Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am at this exhibition in Kuala Lumpur, the Museum of Islamic Arts. This exhibition is on Tipu Sultan alone, and you will see very quickly what's inside. There are weapons, there is the history of Tipu Sultan, you can see the timeline, the empire he ruled, amazing detail. These are some of the weapons made in his factories in his capital called the Seringapatam. This is his emblem, or the tiger face is used on his documents, and what is written in Arabic called Asadullah al-Ghalib, and the tiger is depicted on top. He was absolutely obsessed with tigers. This is Tipu Sultan. This is what he looked like. This is a true likeness of the Sultan as per the documents we have received. Okay, so everyone, this is an excellent museum. This is an excellent museum with an excellent exhibition on this very important king. They have spent a lot of money accumulating this collection for the Muslims in particular to take inspiration from this great king. Very, very modern for his times. These were weapons produced in his capital in India in the 18th century, from 1780s to 1799. There are engineers, their names are mentioned, and also this was top of the range technology for the 18th century. Even the French were completely blown away by the sheer excellence of these weapons. And this is one of his coins, depicted a double rupee minted by him. You can see how religious he was. Even on his coins he put Deen Muhammad or Deen Ahmad Dar Jahanast. Okay, so this is a message he's giving, that the Deen of Muhammad will spread to the whole world. This is the highlight of this museum. Okay, this is basically called the bed chamber sword. It was found in his bed chamber, his private chamber, and it was gifted to one of the generals called David Bede, who had conquered the capital in 1799 when the Sultan himself was killed in battle. Okay, this sword was gifted to him, and then it was recently sold in one of the British auctions for 14 million pounds. 14 million pounds. And also we want to show you what his soldiers would have worn, or important generals or military men, what they would have worn in battle at that time. This is Tipu Sultan on his throne, depicted later on. This throne was completely dismembered, or deassembled, as they say, or broken up, okay, in easy language. And this is a small tiny part of the throne, Safenil, as you can see, studded with precious gems like emeralds, rubies and diamonds. This was part of the throne once upon a time, and this is what survived of the throne. And this was the foot of the throne, which is kept here in the museum. And this is what the throne looked like once, and the tiger head you saw would be here. Okay, everyone, I'm just sharing this quick vlog with everyone. This is one of the masterpieces in the museum, right? You see a pouncing tiger. Okay, a tiger pouncing at prey. Okay, getting ready to pounce. And you can see the hammer that strikes the trigger is also basically like a tiger. It's made to look like a tiger. This is a rifle, a matchlock, flintlock, produced in Tipu Sultan's factories in Seringapatam, his capital. This was a very important Muslim king in the 18th century who resisted British colonialism. He fought against the East India Company to keep India, or at least the parts he governed, free. This is a gun, a cannon made in his capital. Here it is clearly stated, Sakht Darus Sultanat Patan, made in the capital, Seringapatam, and the name of the engineer is there, Ahmad Khusro. You can see, made around 1791 to 1792. And here you can see the depiction of British soldiers terrified, fighting him, and the gun is depicted here on the screen. Okay, So this museum is in Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, called the Museum of Islamic Arts. I strongly advise everyone to visit when you can. If you happen to be here in Malaysia, this is also another gun made in Seringapatam. It says Sakht Darus Sultanate Patan, made in the capital Seringapatam. And the name of the engineer Karigar Ahmad Karim, name is mentioned. Okay, this man had reached the peak of technological advancement in the 18th century. He surpassed British weapons manufacturers with his quality and care that was taken to produce these weapons. There's a lot to see in this museum that I cannot simply cover. I'm just giving you a glimpse into this gallery, this exhibition, so that you can come and look at more detail. There are some paintings depicting the surrender of Seringapatam after he was killed in 1799. Two of his sons surrendering to the British generals. This painting was recently sold in London for a lot of money and was bought by this particular museum. And the British published works immediately after the fall of Seringapatam, or the fall of Tipu Sultan's state of Mysore. This is him depicted on a very contemporary book soon after the conquest of Seringapatam, 1800, when it was published by Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Beatson, who was present at the time when the body of the Sultan was discovered, buried under many other soldiers. He fought hand-to-hand battles in this war and was duly killed. So there's a lot here, brothers and sisters, that you can come and look at and behold and learn about the history of Tipu Sultan. Very important king, very much underappreciated and understudied. This is a must-see for Muslims who are in Malaysia, in Kuala Lumpur, and those who are around the world. If you happen to visit Malaysia within the next 3 to 4 months, because the exhibition goes on until January 2026, and you have some months to visit this exhibition. This collection now belongs to the Islamic Arts Museum, Kuala Lumpur. They have put a lot of effort and finances into accumulating all of this Tipu-related artifacts and weapons and clothes and daggers and medals. Everything to do with Tipu they could buy, they bought, and they have made a special exhibition for Tipu Sultan to honor the legacy of this great king. And these are some of the medals that were issued by the British East India Company to celebrate the victory over Tipu Sultan. Here you can see the British lion overpowering the tiger of Mysore. Okay, and on top there is Asadullah al-Ghalib. The British lion is claiming to be the lion of God in this case. Okay, this medal was issued to commemorate the victory over Tipu Sultan, and in this case each and every single soldier who was involved in this battle was awarded a medal. Okay, so just wanted to share with you very quickly from Kuala Lumpur this exhibition on Tipu Sultan, one of a kind. Never before, to my knowledge, this stuff has been put together in one place. This is the first time, thanks to the people of Malaysia, the government of Malaysia, and the Museum of Islamic Arts. Okay, here we have some of the weapons produced in Seringapatam. The names of the engineers are mentioned on these very weapons. You can see how much detail has gone into making this, right? Top of the range for the 18th century, for 1790s and 1780s. No one else in the world was producing matchlocks or flintlocks like this. Look at the amount of detail that's gone into producing this, right? This was a double shot, basically. This gun would shoot 2 bullets or more than 1 bullet at a time. Maybe the first attempt to produce semi-automatic weapons. Made in India, Seringapatam, in the factories of Tipu Sultan, Sultan Fateh Ali Muhammad Tipu. Okay, very well known to the Indians. These are some of the handguns produced, and they have names of the engineers on them. Asad Amin, rather. The name is very, very visible, as you can see. The name is there, Asad Amin, right? And the capital is also mentioned, Patan. So These are absolutely amazing masterpieces found in this museum, the Museum of Islamic Arts, Kuala Lumpur. I advise everyone in Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur, to visit this museum. In general, there is a gallery on top, amazing Islamic manuscripts possessed by the museum. Also, this particular exhibition is a must-see. I came here to meet some Indian historians who have been working on Tipu Sultan. I am one of the humble servants also of this very subject, and I'm working on it to produce more content, and you must visit this place. More than a day as a tiger, the legacy of Hyder Ali and Tipu Sultan. On that note, everyone, I hope you enjoyed this quick vlog, and I look forward to sharing more stuff with you in the future on this. For now, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.